Yeah, the season is upon us. We've really had some good workouts. I think we've had 9 or 10 workouts so far since September 23rd, and we've got a group of veterans that have come back, and then we've got the number 12 ranked class in the country that has joined us, and our freshmen plus a grad transfer from Georgia, Zoisha Smith. A lot of experience with her, but this group is highly competitive. Practices have been just really, really highly competitive every day, which should make us better in the long run and should help us all continue to grow our game. So they've been really a fun group to work with. We've got a long way to go. We have to be better defensively this year. I thought we scored the ball pretty well last year, but defensively we weren't making good enough stops to win enough ball games. And so this year, we've got to stand on our defense, and that's been something that we've really emphasized and spent a lot of time on, and hopefully pays off for us.
You have a core group, like you said, of veterans back for probably their third year, I guess. Don, Noguero, Kayla, and Morgan. What are you expecting from that group?
Yeah, well, we expect tremendous leadership from them, understanding of of how we're playing. But leadership is the biggest thing. How are they coming to practice every day? How are they setting the tone every day with this young bunch that has joined them? How are they competing every day? Because this is different. It feels different than it has in the past. I can go back to the first and second year we were here at Georgia Tech. That was a highly competitive group of players, not as athletic as this group of players. And so it's two different, we play differently, but we've got some of that experience that kind of relates to when we first got here to Georgia Tech. So I'm excited about that. But that group, that experienced group, has to set the tone every day. They've got to compete every day because these freshmen are coming at them hard.
Speaking of the freshmen, how have they assimilated so far?
Yeah, they've assimilated quite well from high school. Danny Carnegie is the Gatorade Player of the Year from right here in the state of Georgia. Really, really fine ball player. There's Chit Chat, Chastity Wright from Wesleyan. Really, they've both assimilated very well, along with Gabby Grooms and Tiana Thompson. They aren't afraid of anything. They are competing hard. Their expectations, their bar that they've set for themselves is very high. And so it brings this whole different level of competition on a daily basis to the floor. So when we go against each other, excellent. When we go against our practice guys, excellent. So that part feels really good. It's just the continued understanding of how we're playing defense, how to do the fundamental things correct defensively on the floor. Because again, I go back to this, we've got to stand on our defense this year. We've got to be better defensively.
What are the things you're looking for the next few weeks to maybe get the team in the right mindset and prepared for the opening season?
Yeah, just continued understanding of everything that we're doing. It's just that growth and moving forward as a team where, and eventually there's going to start being some separation. We're not to that point right now. We don't have that separation right now because everybody is competing really hard and everybody's pretty much getting the same opportunities to play with different players, to have a different five on the floor to see how everybody kind of works in certain groups and with certain players on the floor, different things that group can do because we have some versatility. We do have some versatility. I wouldn't say we're not going to be the biggest team in the league, but we have some speed and quickness and some shooting ability to stretch a floor that's going to allow us to do a lot of different things.
You had a couple of young players that showed some flashes with their inside game last year. Are you looking for them to take a big jump this year?
Yeah, we had like Ari Termes, who is from Spain, did not go home to Spain this summer. She stayed here to work on her game, and we've definitely seen improvement in Ari. Ari is a player at 6'6", can stretch a floor from the three-point line, and you don't see that a lot. You might see it in the pros, but you don't see that a lot in the women's game where your 6'6" player is not playing on the block. She's playing out here, doing things, shooting the ball behind the three, and also she's an excellent passer. So it gives us some flexibility with where to play here on the floor. Zoisha Smith, phenomenal athlete, can play multiple positions. But you can get her on the block and she can hurt you down low. So we've got a lot of different ways that we can do things this year. But I really like the versatility of this group. I like Termes coming back, working hard this summer. Noguero stayed this summer from Spain also to put in extra work. She's such a versatile player. And so, Tony Morgan up in her game in this regard. Tony's always been the point guard. We can play her off the point now and take advantage of some of her ability to drive and get to the hole, which we've seen that the last 2 years. But she's added a 3-point shot to her game. Well, that took a lot of work this summer. So really proud of the work that was put in.
Do you feel comfortable with using one of the freshmen as the point guard?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're highly competitive. They've got high IQs. And so absolutely, they're proving that we can get the ball in their hands and they can make good decisions.
How do you feel about the schedule you put together?
I love this.
Yeah.
Schedule's tough. The schedule's really tough. The conference is tough. The conference is really, really tough. There's a lot of players that have returned. I mean, I think I heard this the other day. Out of 14 or so all ACC players, there's like 8 returning. We've got 20 that are returning. There's 14 that are returning out of 20. We've got 2 of them, in Kara and Tony. Did I say all that right? Whatever. And Kara and Tony. There's 20 ACC players on a team. 14 of those are returning this year. That's a lot, y'all. That is a highly competitive team. Some of them transferred within the conference, and so you're still having to deal with them. But Tony and Kara, and then this high-level freshman class, Zoisha Smith, look, I like what we have, but y'all, we've got a long way to go. And we've got a lot to prove. We've done nothing yet. We haven't been to the NCAA tournament in 2 years. And so it's, that's what we want to do. We want to get back to that tournament, but we've got to continue to understand the hard work that takes, the level of focus and commitment that takes. And we're not there yet. We're not. I'll just be really honest with you. We got a long way to go. We've proven nothing to anybody. So the work is still out there in front of us, but I like how we're progressing forward.
You talked about Termes being here all summer. Was the weight room part of what she did this summer to get stronger?
Absolutely. The weight room, how she runs the floor, that running piece, her agility, her quickness of getting off the floor to rebound, all of that was in play this summer.
Full steam ahead campaign announced today.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm all about it. So, because we're going to benefit from that here in this facility. We have a super nice facility right now for basketball, but this is going to be an even better. It's going to look better. It's going to feel better. It's going to be sharper, and it's just going to be all in all just super nice. But it gives you a real basketball feel when you walk in the door. You're going to know you're at Georgia Tech. Basketball is important here. It's high level here. And this facility is going to show that off. So I think that this campaign, everybody benefits from it in the athletic department. And that's what's super exciting about it. I think Jay's done a phenomenal job of setting the tone with what full steam ahead. Look, man, and that's exactly how he operates. Every day, he is full steam ahead. And we've seen it from the day he was hired. And I think we're all going to reap the benefits of that as we move forward with his vision.
One player we haven't talked about is Russ.
Yeah.
Are you looking for her to be more consistent this year?
Absolutely. Russ has the ability to be a really elite shooter. Like along the lines of when I start thinking about that, I think about those old Chicago Bulls teams, that had those shooters out there waiting for the ball. I mean, Russ has the ability to just really cut you at the knees with the shots that she can hit. She's got long range 3-point shooting ability. She's got pull up ability. That kid can be an elite scorer. And that's something that she's got to continue to work on. And that's a mindset also that players have to really get themselves committed to and consistent with. But I'm expecting Russ to be knocking down some really big time shots this year.
And I guess you never have to worry about her energy or playing hard.
No. Everybody has to worry about trying to keep up with her. She knows how to work hard, cut hard. That she has got energy for all of us to feed off of. Yeah. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate it.